Good morning, guys, and happy Wednesday. I'm here in front of my stove today because I had an interesting culinary experiment happen yesterday. So I came home and I was going to heat up some leftover pizza for lunch. I can't do cold pizza. That's Adrian's favorite thing in the world, but not for me. And to put pizza in the microwave to warm it up is just barbaric. So I turned on the oven, put it at 350, put some slices on a baking tray, and I popped it in the oven. And after a few minutes, I was doing something else in the house. I caught a smell in my nose that signaled some trouble. And what I'd forgotten about was, in my lunchtime routine, that over the weekend, we did campfire chicken with the foil and all that in the oven, and somebody didn't seal their foil pack well, and it leaked some butter and a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of the oven. And as I had been heating up my pizza all this time, I'd also been broiling that puddle of butter in the bottom, and smoke, man, it was rolling out of the oven, and when I opened the door, it just filled up the whole kitchen. I had to turn on the vent on the microwave, I had to open the window next to the sink, I had to stand there and fan the smoke alarm with some junk mail to keep it from going off. You guys know the scene. You've all been there, right? I realized too late that the butter was down there waiting to cause an issue. And in the dark oven, it was hard to tell that it was even there. You know, that got me thinking about our life and the things that hide inside of us that flare up later. And the most dangerous of all that stuff is sin that hides in our hearts. It's sneaky, it's stealthy. It's just like that butter was until some heat gets applied to it and then it flares up. The heat in our life can be anything, right? The stresses us out. It could be work related or family related or finances, any of those things that put us under pressure. We may think we have our sin under control until something in our life gets stressful, and that sin, it flares up and it burns us down in the process. You know, the author of Hebrews has some encouragement for us in chapter 12 where it says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and every sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us." Guys, we can't leave sin in our lives and not expect it to flare up when the heat gets turned up in our lives. We have to see that sin for what it is. We have to deal with that sin, and then we have to clean that sin out with the help of Jesus, right? 1 John 1:9 says, "If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness." Just like I really needed to clean out the butter in the bottom of the oven before I used it today, again, we need to be sure that we clean out the sin in our lives before the heat gets turned on and we smoke ourselves out of the kitchen, guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I'm going to take some time now and clean out this oven before I cause any more issues at the house. We'll see you soon.